pie today. So we actually took this from our decorations on the mantle, as you saw, and now we're going to bake it for the pie. So the first thing you're gonna do is cut it in half lengthways. I'll break the stem off in just a minute, but I like to kind of hold on to it until I get this part done. So then you pop the stem off, cut your pumpkin in half, and you're going to dig out all the seeds, and then of course you're going to use them to feed them to your chickens because chickens love pumpkin seeds. And my favorite kind of pumpkins to bake are these little pie pumpkins. They're easy to handle and they make about 2 pies. The meat of the pumpkins make about 2 pies. And then you're going to put a little bit of butter or oil around the edge. Use a parchment lined cookie sheet. Turn them upside down and bake in a hot oven at 450 degrees for about 30 minutes. When you can pierce them with a fork and they're very tender, they're done. So the pumpkins have baked. They're nice and soft, and you can tell they're a little brown around the edges. It's perfect. They're kind of even just pulling away from the sides. You can almost just peel that right off. And what we're going to do is put the pumpkin into a food processor to make sure that it's nice and smooth for the pie. So I took 2 grandma's recipes and I put the grandma's recipes together to come up with my own recipe. So that is the recipe that we're going to be using. Gwenny is behind the camera with Kristen helping us today. Gwen, do you want to come over here by me? The first thing we're going to add is 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. You want to help me dump it in? Next, we are going to add a 1/2 cup of sugar, and these are my Nana's teacups, and I know that they are exactly 1 cup, so there is about a half. All right, Gwen. Then we add 3 tablespoons of molasses. Four beaten eggs. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, smell the cinnamon. Do you like the smell of that? Dump the cinnamon in. 1/2 teaspoon of allspice. Okay. 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. This is dried ginger. Fresh is really good. And you just kind of eyeball it, and I usually go across there a couple times. And 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. I always use the freshest spices that I possibly can. It makes a world of difference. And it smells so good. Okay, now we are going to put this on the food processor and blend it up until it's smooth. All ready to go in the pie shelf now. We've already made the pie crusts. They're not baked. You fill them up. And this Ninja works so good with this. We use the Ninja about every single day. So when baking your pies, especially pumpkin, you want to start out in a really hot oven at 450 degrees, and you want to set the timer for 10 minutes. You don't want to bake them that hot the whole time. That just kind of, gets everything cooking. And then then you turn it down to 325 and bake it for approximately 45 more minutes to an hour. So the pie's baked around 40 minutes. They're beautiful. We didn't have to cover them, the edges with foil. They turned out just perfect. And you'll know they're done when they start to make the little cracks around the sides. Sometimes I like to stick a knife in the center, but I can tell that these are done. So there you go. Enjoy.